I've written a speech. Brilliant, this is nice, isn't it? I personally just don't understand the arguments against gay marriage. I just don't get them. But before I go on, I should just, be fair and ask if there's anyone here who is against gay marriage. It'd be a brave person. Very brave person. Oh, there he is. I reckon, who's brave? Margaret Court. She's brave. That is a female sports player speaking out against same-sex attracted. That's like a truck driver speaking out against people who like pies. Yeah, I like pies too. But I don't get the arguments. The arguments like being gay goes against the natural order. The natural order. Have you seen Bob Catter's face? There is no natural order there. Other people say we've got more important things to worry about, Hannah. The country. We have to look after the country. We've got to look after the economy, education, welfare, healthcare. Yes, this is true. But what's the point of having a female Prime Minister if she can't multitask? Other people have said, you've made your choice. You chose to be gay. You knew you couldn't get married when you chose to be gay. You don't grow up on the northwest coast of Tasmania and choose to be gay. Yeah, I'll just go and get my head punched in today, Mum, if you don't mind. Thanks. There are many in this world who do not support gay marriage. And I don't think of these people as necessarily homophobic or bigoted, but more as inflexible thinkers. They just don't like change. And if I hadn't have had the good fortune of being born a little bit different, then I might too have been an inflexible thinker. It's up to us to change them. In uncertain times, people naturally like to cling to what they know, and marriage seems solid. The institution of marriage is an appealing beacon of safety, an immutable force. But those who are against gay marriage look at the institution of marriage as a life raft with limited capacity. That if you let us gays on board, then we'll start throwing people off. I think you're safe. But marriage is not a life raft with limited capacity. It is not a finite resource. There's plenty of room. It's a construct that we humans have built. And we have built it to reflect the kind of society that we want to live in. It is not an idea handed down from a higher being. It is a secular arrangement, and it has, thankfully, evolved over time. Traditionally, marriage was a legal and economic union. It was not about love. Often, daughters were married off just after birth. Goodness. Women had no property rights, and they could legally be beaten, imprisoned, and raped. Fortunately, these are no longer the case, because it does not reflect the kind of society that we want to live in. Interracial marriage is now allowed, where it once wasn't, because this reflects the kind of society that we want to live in. People are now allowed to divorce because we don't want to live in the kind of society that forces people to stay in abusive, destructive, and unhappy relationships. We have in the past made changes to the institution of marriage, and I believe we can and should again. The church does not own marriage. No religion does. If religion owns marriage, why can Richard Dawkins, the world's most outspoken atheist, get married 3 times? And the Pope never. And your man, Jesus Christ, had more problems with bankers than he did the gays. Marriage is a secular institution in Australia, and at the moment our Prime Minister is insisting that we should live in a society that treats same-sex attracted people as second-class citizens because she was brought up traditionally. I was brought up traditionally too, and that's why I hated myself. Let's not do that again. I could console myself with the fact that gay people technically have the same rights as de facto couples. You know, straight people who choose not to marry. Choose. Choice. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Did you know locking someone out in the cold is not the same as giving them an air conditioning unit? Australia needs to give same-sex attracted people the choice to get married. The choice to enter this institution that is the most highly regarded and respected relationship. Because with that choice comes respect. You are saying that it is okay to live in a society that institutionalised homophobia. That's where we live at the moment. And we are saying that it is okay to live in a society where young people kill themselves because they are born different. This is not okay. Personally, I want to live in a society that respects and celebrates difference. Let's make this change. Thank you very much.
For all the latest news, log on to OUTinPerth.com.